Preparing, it says.
Okay, content is being sent to a third party, it says. Now streaming on YouTube.
Okay. So let us know if you can see us. I'm looking it up on the phone,
I'll
which
look
I
up.
have to do. I'm definitely not the techie genius here because I'm not studying it very well.
Oh, yeah, don't ask me either. Need to close out a window.
Yep, we're live. Okay. There's
Awesome.
one person watching, which is me. Yes, I'm looking it up on the phone.
And there's the
Okay.
delay.
That's funny. Okay. So let's see how many more people we get. But I want to talk about the solar eclipse, but I'm going to give them a few minutes just to get in here.
Yep, it says it's live. That's awesome.
Yeah. Because I told them on Telegram. I feel like if I share it, that'll be easier for them.
Oh, you're probably right. I'm wondering where I could share it to. I'm gonna mute it.
Okay.
Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Okay. I think we got some people in there. Yay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there it is.
Y'all are actually crazy.
I just saw that too.
Okay. Using Zoom is wild. Yeah.
Yes. Hello,
So
hello.
basically, hi everybody. We're gonna talk about the solar eclipse today, the Devil's Comet, which is the same day, and what they mean to us. They may mean different things to different parallels. So the parallels, you always want to keep those in mind, because if you're in a slower parallel, you're going to have a less fun experience, probably. So I've done a lot of talking today, so you guys will have to forgive me. But let's see. What do you want to talk about first, Amelia?
Well, one thing I wanted to add to that too that I forgot to mention in the video that I happened to see, this first exposure to this Devil's Comet, they also talked about the 3 planets that are going to be visible that day too. And I see I don't not trained in astrology or anything like that, but just find it interesting. So the guy, his perspective was that these 3 planets and their meanings had something to do with it as well. It was Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter.
Hmm.
So
That
don't
is
forget.
kind of, I feel like that's a sign. Those 3 planets will probably have some pull on us. But as we start to see things as they really are, what planets are really going to be out there? What are we really going to see? We don't know yet. So it's getting stranger and stranger. So
It is.
yeah. So what I'm getting is the person who named that comet was not very nice. So they were maybe on the naughty side of what has been going on. And they did it because it's actually a comet that brings in a lot of change. So it's an event that brings in a lot of change. And I don't know if it was actually supposed to happen. I feel like that was a timeline shift. So it's like the universe's answer to the drama that's being created about the solar eclipse, which I believe is a white hat operation. And basically, they're using it to create drama, to maybe create something to happen. And what happens is it remains to be seen how far they take it. But in the slower parallels, it will probably go further than in the parallel that we're in. So it'll be more dramatic and may play on fear a little bit in the lower or slower parallels. So that's kind of what I've been seeing from those things. but I'm definitely not worried. I'm excited to see the eclipse. I know we won't see it full on here in Colorado, but I'm excited to look at it. I don't care about my glasses, all that kind of stuff. So I am excited to see what it looks like. I haven't really paid attention for a long time to the eclipses. It's like, oh yeah, that happened. So,
Yeah.
you know, but so what are you getting about it, Amelia?
Oh, there's so many different things. It did feel like it was mostly good, but I think another layer too is really to strengthen and solidify our responses to what's going on in the world too. So maybe
Mhm.
the old you would have a small little meltdown or about all the fear-based stuff that's coming up and out for that. And so how can we choose to remain in that higher timeline with our own responses, and how can we, help our, immediate family if they're willing, depending on who it is, um, and all of that. So it should be raising our frequencies, instead of some of the
Yeah.
narratives that are coming out. Um, one person in my family, try not to be too specific, um, not that I think she'd watch, but she tends to lean on the fear side. And so it's also kind of how I was raised too. It's like fear, fear, control, control. And we don't really live that way anymore. At least I'm working really hard
Mhm.
not to. So I think that's a big thing. And I'll pull cards just for visuals too. I like the confirmation. I just have fun with that.
Yeah, that's
So
fun.
um
We are constantly evolving. So while you're pulling cards, so watching you, their sister is sick. You want to see her healthy again. Basically, she needs to let go of whatever she's hanging on to emotionally. So if it's old, you can ask her soul if you can help her break the contract, if it's a soul thing. But otherwise, she needs to actually engage with her emotions. Because every
yeah.
illness starts with emotion and then goes into the illness. You manifest an illness to clue you in to the
Mhm.
emotion problem, whatever it is.
Yes, and I help people clear a lot of just stuck residue from emotions we've partially worked on or are working on, or and whatever else. Um,
Mhm.
so this is interesting. The one I pulled just for um
Oh,
confirmation. It's gonna like lean into it. Just let it be what it's
yeah.
meant to be for you, and relax your body and enjoy the ride. And I like the crystal she's holding
Hmm. And the
and the
flower of life right there.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, has a lot of star energy to me, and there's a lot to that. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much. Um, as a walk-in, do I use my birth date or walk-in date?
Oh,
I would use both.
compare and contrast, maybe.
Yeah, because your inner child is, that is within the body. So your inner child has that birth date that you were born with, but then the walk-in date is gonna get more and more. That's your guide. Your guide, your soul walk-in. Um, so you've got two different birth dates.
That makes a lot of sense. I never thought about that before. That's a great question.
Hmm.
Huh. That's great. Some confirmation in the chat. That's great.
Yeah. So Donna, yes, the stray cat. I feel like they're a friend from the past.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody from school age even feels like. Um,
like they shifted
Yeah.
souls.
Yeah, a lot of people have been sick over the last couple of weeks. So
Mhm.
sick or discombobulated or exhausted or an old injury has shown up.
Yes,
So we've gone through a massive purge.
massive.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, in some levels of consciousness, a lot of confusion in those who maybe aren't as far along in the process too, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are asking, why didn't I manifest something for myself? So
Mhm.
sunshine, perfect teeth. So you have a parallel that's going on where teeth have been an issue and also a genetic line. The genetic line actually feels more intense than the parallel. So you want to go clear that. And I teach you how to do that in Healing with Honey. If you make an appointment with Amelia, she'd probably do that for you.
Because I'm picking up a slight nutritional needs weren't met on some levels when maybe you were younger um, as well, or even in utero, potentially.
Yeah. So why are so many gray whales passing away?
Oh, passing
I
away.
feel so I always get that the whales have to do with Lemuria. So I think they're getting ready to take another form. So
Oh,
maybe we're going to see them in a more like human-like body.
is they're very high vibrational.
Yeah. Um, everybody's on the right path to ascension. Everybody's on their own path. Being honest with yourself, looking in the mirror, loving yourself, those kind of things. That's what you're really trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that's the video I did that published today too. Just we're really scrubbing those corners out of all the old stuff and burning it up and out so it can't return
Yeah,
to jump into the next level.
exactly. Is it still okay to have a paid job? Yes. Do whatever is in your best and highest good for right now. And also, things have been delayed so many times, like just work on your own consciousness. And, if you don't like your job, then look for something you do like, that's for sure, or create your own business. But don't feel pressured by people who are saying, you don't want to have a job. Because, I mean, do what's best for you right now.
Mhm.
That's the main thing.
And if you feel stuck within it, try to find all those like bright points within that, and raise your frequency, even though it may feel like it's not what you want to end up doing. But
Yeah. Find some joy in it, whatever it is. If it's
mm-hmm.
extremely stressful, definitely look for something else because it's affecting your vibration. Yeah, our overall health will improve with the
Mm-hmm.
frequencies, but before it improves, you get to push out all the gross stuff.
It's super fun.
Oh God. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's another purge.
Are you feeling one coming in like Friday-ish? That's kind of what it feels like for me. Um, I've been kind of like doing
There's
this.
another big energy thing happening, feels
Okay.
like. And what's happening is they keep coming in waves. Now, the last big wave, that was from the universe. So that was from source. So that was huge. And the next morning, I was barely functional, and I didn't feel like bad or anything. I just felt exhausted and not able to really function. And I was doing a video with Lisa, and I was like, oh my God, I hope it turns out okay.
It did, I think.
Yeah, because I was pretty out of it. Oh, somebody saw a gnome
Oh,
in a
fun.
dream. Awesome.
Oh, our dreams
So
are definitely purging some lower parallels still.
oh yeah. Is this an indication that the veil is thinning for her? Yes.
Hmm.
And also
Definitely.
you're tapping into your astral plane, things that you're doing.
Yeah.
So you go through stages where you have all these dreams, then you have no dreams because your body can't comprehend what you're doing in the astral plane. And then you start dreaming again. And those dreams are describing to you what you're doing.
Hmm. I had some of
Yep.
that last night, but I think mine was opening up for something coming. Um, so I just pulled the magic card. It's hard to read because it's
Ooh,
holographic, but it says magic, magic, magic.
nice.
I think that's good
Yeah,
confirmation.
that's really good. Oh, Brenda's super emotional about the movie ending. It is going to be emotional. It will be a climax to beat all climaxes
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine yet.
of movies. It is like the whole thing that we're going through really is just to wake up the human mind, to let us expand out a little bit so that we can accept who we are, and letting go of all those layers of programming and all that stuff. But have fun, you guys. Do what you can to have fun, even if you're feeling terrible.
Hmm.
So, do something quiet that's fun.
Yeah. Some days I can be more energetic. Other days I just need to do something that's calming, like read a book. So,
Yeah. So Michelle's third eye is really getting activated.
oh yeah, I was just reading the same one.
Hmm. We are constantly stepping into a new timeline, Caroline. So we're constantly moving up and the
Hmm.
frequencies are kind of pushing us. So when we're having all these purges, you're moving up in the timelines
Hmm.
for the parallels. Yeah.
I'm seeing that a lot for my clients too. I'm saying, okay, we just cleared this big chunk that just shoved you right up to the next timeline in a good way. Um, and it's really fun to see. They just their soul just kind of relaxes a little bit each layer that they move up. So,
Mhm. Yeah. So what does it mean if you dream about seeing arrivals of our brothers and sisters with their ships?
ooh,
They're coming.
yeah,
They're so active right now, you guys.
yes,
You're so active.
yes,
They're
I'm.
prepping for something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I'm being brought to their attention a lot.
Mhm. Yeah. So if you're gonna, so the ETs will talk to you in certain ways. I just want to get this out there because I feel like this is going to be prominent for people. So they'll make you kind of nauseated. They'll make your whole body heat up, or you'll start to feel kind of dizzy.
I
So
get the
if you
dizzy.
have any of those symptoms, sit down and then ask, are the ETs trying to contact me? And they're going to be part of your soul family or, part of a group that you've been in before or something. Like you're not going to get unfamiliar ETs contacting you. And they've probably been hanging out above you for, I don't know, years, maybe your whole life.
Hmm.
So just, ask what is it that they would like to say to you.
I think that ties into someone asked about the ear ringing, and I think a lot of times when I get that too, it's like, okay, what do you want me to know right now? And that's usually what it is. So for the person who asked Sophia about the ear ringing, yep, totally normal.
So watching you is saying, will my sister actually be able to move closer? I get yes. I mean, a
Hmm.
lot of this depends on all the wonkiness of when, but I feels like it'll be fairly easy, actually.
Hmm. I see a window of time that it might be working in progress. like a few months to really work out the details, but then it'll just fit right into place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking about their gifts. So that is constantly being revealed.
Yes.
Um, we're there are people that are seeing the grid. There are people that are being able to photograph the grid. There are people that have been photographing ETs, not the bodies, but the ships constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're photographing some of the energies.
So cool.
So cool right now. Yeah. And that's because their mind could believe that it was real. So it came through to the camera. Yeah, it does feel like big things are coming.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. It's been ramping up so long. We're just ready, aren't we?
We are ready. So Brenda dreamt that she had a ship of her own. And you have a parallel, Brenda, where you do have a ship of your own.
Yep.
And eventually, a lot of you guys will have a ship, whether it's a flying car or a regular spaceship. Yep.
Yep. They've had the technology for ages.
Yep.
Itching
So
skin
a lot
is.
of past relatives are coming to Linda.
Okay. There's a
Yep.
lot coming in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions. So, past relatives are part of one of the gifts, just being able to communicate with them. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I have dreams too with those people that I maybe have severed ties with in this lifetime, I know I'm just working out probably those lower parallels as well.
Mm-hmm. So Janice wants to know if her dog would benefit from the patch,
Yes.
the X39. I get yes, but you give them your used patch. So you're using it and then you're putting it on them. And it might take him a little while. Feels like a month to 6 weeks or something
Mm-hmm.
for him to really benefit, for you to notice it.
I've been using it on my dog for a couple days now, so I'll have to see how that
How's
goes.
he doing?
So far, so good.
Good. I didn't put it on the cats. They're like crazy, so they'd be so mad.
I just taped it onto his hips because that's where he tested for it, and because the sticky was mostly gone. He's got a lot of fur, so it stayed on for a good day, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So itching skin, it seems to be a symptom.
Yeah.
It's coming up a lot
I was seeing that one
of
too.
ascension. Yeah.
And I'm picking that up a lot for clients. And I usually don't have itchy skin, but I'm even having some of that too. So
Mhm.
that's definitely true.
Yeah. So Malin, I don't know, Malin, your 3D husband, will he ascend at this time or fall away? If he's in your reality, he's in the process of ascending. So just give him time, basically, and he may surprise you.
I
I
feel like
don't
there's a
really feel like he's just falling away. Now,
no.
he may upgrade a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a big chunk just kind of goes, and then he's like, oh, this is what we do.
Yep. You're welcome, watching you. Yeah. Um, I had a dream about frogs the other night.
Hmm.
Personal transition or a new beginning is coming for her soon. Yeah, I think so. Also, it's a sensitivity thing. So I feel like you're going to become more sensitive in certain ways. Frogs are highly sensitive. So I don't know what they symbolize. They used to be my favorite though. Frog and Toad are
I don't
friends. That
know
was
what
the
they
best
symbolize.
book.
Oh, yes. I read that with my kids when they were little.
Yeah,
Some
I just love that book.
I feel like there's a confirmation here. Oh, is this the card? I think it is.
So funny.
Yeah, with the chariot. It's like the light
Mhm.
versus dark, just a lot of transmuting energy. I feel like I'm having deja vu with the frog question. Um, that's random or not. Um, but just harnessing that light and really just taking control, I think, too, of your reality is coming in with that new beginning.
Mhm.
So
Beautiful. Okay, so Nina, her service dog passed away. I don't feel like you're going to need a service dog too much longer. That's what comes in, but you will have another dog. So that's cool.
that is cool.
Yeah. Is it possible that the beings are watching our dreams? Because I heard voices interfering in my dreams. So
Mm.
actually, if you get really, really deep into spirituality, you're going to think of this as the dream, and the astral plane is the actual reality. So there's a lot of souls in the astral plane. They're all busily doing stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if you were busy doing something, getting a dream about it, what it's supposed to be, like a message, and hearing the background noise. That's really cool.
That's a great answer.
Mm. So Teresa had a lot of pressure in her third eye last Thursday. Yeah, so that is when the wave hit Thursday night and
Yes, it
into
sure
Friday
did.
morning. And then they had a lot of tornadoes. Yeah. So you are clearing out old trauma.
Yep.
Can't
Grief.
remember. Do you know the name of that mucus pill? Mullen is really good, but there's one that starts like a Gaia. I can't even pronounce it, but is the best mucus pill ever.
Is it an herb you're referring to? Like I've used slippery elm. Are you talking about like an over-the-counter thing or
Yeah.
like
I'll try and figure it out and put it in the comments later.
I don't use any of that stuff
Yeah.
anymore. It's not like the Mucinex or anything, is it?
No, it's not Mucinex. I think it's fairly natural, but it
Oh,
works
okay.
amazing. Yeah.
I haven't caught up with that, but I'm feeling the grief from the lungs leaving for herself and for others. So yeah,
Mhm.
the old trauma I think is related to some of that too.
Okay. Big world. Honey, my convertible, and I have a pact. We're ascending together as her as a flying car. I love that. Maybe they'll have conversion kits and you could just plop your car on top of them.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been
I think
energetically
anything's
working.
possible at this point.
I think so too. I've been energetically working on my car on some levels, and it's working.
Mhm. So fun. Tammy Ray is asking, will my oldest daughter win her legal battle?
Oh, that
It
feels
feels
interesting.
very sticky.
It does.
Yeah, it
Pull
feels
card.
very up in the air. Um,
I'm gonna pull a visual for you and see if that's helpful.
yeah.
Because I've been in the court system for reasons where it's okay. Is this the card? The ether.
Oh, so it is up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just hold space for it, which means that giving her unconditional love, giving unconditional love to the courts, even if it doesn't work, I feel like it could be thrown out later because those laws won't apply anymore.
I'm so ready for that.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Okay.
So Tiffany's mom fell today and she's confused and dehydrated in the hospital. Do we see anything else?
She making choices?
Choices?
Yeah, and is she trying to decide some things? Her mom?
Oh, I get no.
Hmm.
There's some kind of contract that she needs to break. like a wake-up call for her. She needs salt, she needs minerals.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, massively. And we're not doctors, so we're just giving you our opinion.
They are the spark of life, so they are helpful for everybody.
Mm-hmm. So Donna sometimes sees eyes looking back at her when she blinks. So you're seeing through the veil.
Hmm,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's interesting.
So Jackson is asking what will cure my anxiety.
Yeah.
So there's contracts there and then also magnesium, you guys.
And then in this particular moment, it's like the surrender to what could be or what is too.
Yeah,
And just
quit trying to control everything.
yeah.
Um, there's a contract. Feels pretty far away, like it may be a
Mhm.
trigger, but it's not really like the main reason. I feel like there's a lot of nutrients are not there, and also there's a trauma of trying to control things. So
It will
you
often go
want,
back to the adrenals for sure too. So that's that trauma response.
yeah. Um, Andra, her son was sick. It does feel like an ascension symptom. It almost feels like he took some of the feelings of the family on though, too. So he wasn't
Mm.
just clearing it for himself.
So more empathic. Um, yeah, some grounding could help too.
Hmm. Is there a special light over Sweden?
I
There's a
love that.
mothership.
I love Sweden.
Yeah. There's a big ship. Um, there's a whole lot of frequency happening there, but it's happening everywhere. I wonder if there's something different happening over Sweden.
I'm seeing the ripples that they're receiving are just a slightly different frequency. Does that feel right?
Yeah, more pink.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm
I
seeing like
also saw green in
wavelengths.
there. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of heart energy activating.
Hmm.
I visited there years ago. It's a great place.
Yeah. I think I was only there stopping over.
Mm.
So, Andrea, why can't she seem to get over money issues?
Oh, that's a big one.
It is a big one. Um, so I would work on that if you're in Journey to You. I would use one of those videos and I would ask to have the money stuff cleared because that has to do with worthiness, which is the very first video in Journey to You.
And I'm also hearing like, what power are you giving it away with that?
Mhm.
What power are you ready to take back home with you? I don't know why I pulled the lover's card, but that has some
Yeah.
significance there.
Are people talking you into handing over money, enticing you to spend money on certain things? Is there emergencies happening? That used to be a big one too. Like, is there an emergency? Oh my God, I have to spend all my.
It's looping a little bit. Yeah, I gotta stop the cycle.
Mhm. Yep. So Cheryl is talking about wanting her dog back, who's been put to sleep.
Hmm.
Deep connection. He wants a new body. He
A lot
wanted a new body.
a lot of animals have been choosing that right now.
Yep. I don't know if he's gonna come back as a dog. I don't feel like he's totally decided. So if an animal comes in to your life if you're made aware of an animal, check with yourself, is that him? Because he could be a horse or a cat or a raccoon comes in. So, yeah.
I see them doing a lot of work behind the scenes to try to make new choices and higher choices for the next phase.
Mhm. So you can harness the wisdom of your past or parallel lives now.
Hmm.
You just want to call that knowledge in. A lot of people will meditate and call that knowledge in. But if you think about the old soul, they have a million things they want to do, a million things they know how to do. And so all you have to do is just kind of get started, and then the information will come. So I don't know if you've noticed that too much, Amelia, but you have all kinds of things you're doing,
Hmm.
and you're a very old soul. So you have all this knowledge because you've had all these lifetimes,
Hmm. It's very busy.
and you can draw on it.
I'm feeling some pain in the left shoulder for somebody, so I'm just going to see if I can ask for that to go.
Yeah.
It's like in the muscle
It is
button.
very emotion filled because our animals are very supportive of us.
Oh, yes, it's very, very difficult.
So Gigi, that has to do, so she's having to look for a new job. She lost the taste, and so she's not tasting her food, having a hard time swallowing. There was a parallel life that had to do with something that happened to your neck. So
Mm.
I would clear that.
I clear the whole throat energy, the whole throat
Yep.
chakra.
Oh, Terry they figured out the name of that mucus pill.
Oh,
Yeah, guafesin.
oh, I would not have thought of that.
Yeah, I knew I may not even pronounced it right this time, but
Yeah, I don't see it yet. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a.
it works so good, and it doesn't give you any kind of side effects.
Okay. Oh, yeah. A few people are saying that. Okay. It's found in certain products. Okay.
So Jackson has a lot of teeth and mouth ache and head congestion.
It's like things are pulsing too in the teeth and the head so that as it's expanding and clearing stuff out and then it releases. I'm seeing a lot of the teeth stuff too. Sometimes I'll just have like a brief achy entire just mouth and then it goes away. There's probably something else to it too.
Mhm. Yeah.
All the meridians are resetting too.
So humans are superheroes, says her mom has dementia, her or he. Um, and is it a soul contract or loop? She's here to learn how to be free. So unfortunately, the dementia is part of that because in losing her memory and her awareness, she's becoming free. That's what comes in. Joni's asking, will my husband and brother-in-law resolve their disagreement?
Hmm.
Feels like it's gonna take a while.
It feels pretty rocky.
Yeah, doesn't feel so good. So definitely pull your energy out of that. Let them deal with it themselves.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a good one. What is the significance of sun sneezers?
That's been my whole life.
Mhm. I
Since
think
I
it
was
clears the third eye.
interesting. My parents
Yeah.
always told me as soon as they brought me out of the hospital, that's the first thing that happened is I sneezed in the sunshine.
Yeah. So last night, Barbara's recliner was vibrating, or was it her? I
I
love
think
that.
I think it
Um,
was her.
I think it was her.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel that a lot recently with clients, like when something's clearing, it's like this gentle vibrating and then it leaves the body and we're good.
Yep. So low energy for Maria. Is there a gallstone? I get no,
Uh-uh.
actually.
I don't see that either.
Mm-mm.
Liver could be a little sluggish
Yeah.
or lymphatics.
Lymphatics feel really sluggish.
Yeah,
Yep.
walking and things like that. Even trampoline or skin brushing will help that too.
Mm-hmm. So, Serenity Girl. Hello, ladies. I feel like I'm being forced to do nothing in a lot of areas. So we're kind of in limbo and we're constantly upgrading. So really the main thing to do is make sure, work on yourself. Don't worry about doing. That's one of the things that humanity's been really focused on is, oh, I have to do and do and do. So just be you right now.
A lot of grace and forgiveness of self and just surrendering to what is meant to be versus what you should be doing.
Mhm. Karen wants to know if her two daughters will ever have a good relationship. They've got some trauma to release,
Yeah.
but I get yes. It may not be the next relationship, though. Might not be the best one. So Helen has a right shoulder that's frozen.
Mhm.
Feels
Just
like it's in the neck too.
potentially the
Um,
gland.
yeah. What are you seeing in that one?
Liver as well. It's kind of like the liver thyroid connection is what I'm mostly picking up. Something needs to like literally like just sweat out of the body too, just to move on out to clear the space for healing.
Yeah, sauna might be good. Castor
Hmm.
oil pack.
Yes. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So Dan Cooper said in the near future, all fuel cars and electric cars will be converted to magnetic piston engine flying cars.
Magnetic. Cool.
So that's interesting. So I got that there would be a water conversion and then the flying cars would come after that. Um, I mean, there is lots of anti-gravity stuff. I don't know if everybody will convert their current vehicle, but I think there will be kits for that. So, okay, so Eric has adrenal and gallbladder issues.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, there
adrenals.
is emotional stuff.
Definitely. It's just built
Uh,
up and built up and built up. So just peeling layer by layer and just allowing what's meant to leave will help a lot. Vitamin C, I'm hearing too, might be helpful for nutrition for the adrenals.
yeah. Um, it feels like it's mostly genetic line, this one.
Mm.
So I would work on your genetic line and clearing that and cutting contracts.
Yeah, I am hearing gallbladder is often genetic.
Mm.
That's new.
So Michelle says, can you tell me what you get around my daughter Claire? Her father is an extreme narcissist. And my daughter rewrote history. I haven't seen or talked to her for 10 years. So you don't have to let go. You can love her, but let go of the pain that's attached to her because I feel like it's prolonging it. Um, I also feel like she's getting close to realizing what's going on.
Yeah.
She has a contract with her father. That's part of it.
Mm.
So I mean, a lot of things are going to happen over the next 6 months to a year, you know? So who
Mhm.
knows where she's going to be? So just kind of look forward to change. That's what I would do.
Yep. I can relate to that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, a
Mm.
lot of people will get messages that just come in. Like that's how I get my, my information from my soul. It just comes into my head. Like yes, no, phrases, sentences.
I get a lot of metaphors too. So I have to go on this little tiny rabbit trail just to get to what I'm actually picking up and sensing. It's pretty quick.
Yes,
It gives me weird visuals, usually related to the person I'm tuning into, but
right. That's true. Um, so Amanda's daughter hasn't been sleeping for a few nights, up, working and laughing.
I have to
There
say a shout
was,
out to Serena because she's one of my friends, her daughter. Hi, Serena.
oh, awesome. So there was a little girl in her class that passed away this past weekend. Does Serena have a connection with her? Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I feel that very
Yeah,
strongly.
it's almost like they're playing.
Serena likes to live there.
Yeah.
I think she's helping her.
Hmm. So Andrea wants to know how to help her 14-year-old son thrive until the education system changes.
Hmm.
That's hard. If
That's
it's
hard.
possible for him to homeschool, I would do that. If it's
Definitely.
not, then start looking at maybe some alternative schools.
Like Waldorf style or something a little more
Yeah, just a little bit nicer.
hands-on. Yeah.
Hmm. So Karen says her dog howls in his sleep throughout the night, most times at angel number times at 222 and 622. Is he
Mine
a
too.
star seed and what's his job? He's your alarm clock. So he's making you aware that you're on the right track. That's what I'm getting. He's also participating with whatever you're doing in the astral plane.
Wonder if my dog's been doing the
That's
same thing
fun.
because he howls in the middle of the night too.
That's so funny.
That is so funny. I've not met anybody else who's had that experience.
Mm. So bets, are the arcs buried all over the world activating and revealing themselves? Not yet. I don't feel like they're doing it yet. Now, I know there was one, but I don't feel like they're all getting ready to pop up. I don't know if we're going to actually need them. Doesn't really feel like it. We may get one more that pops up, but it'll be more public.
It's part of the reveal, right? Part of the process.
Yeah, it feels like it. Colleen loves her mushroom tea and vibration plate. Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah, that's trending now on, I don't know if I can say the tick and talk app. I don't know if I can say that. Um, yeah, there's a product on there, the vibration plate that everyone's promoting. I keep seeing it.
They are. I love mine.
I need to get one.
Yeah. So, um, Gigi Jenkins, her sister had a mild stroke, and the niece said, so her sister's daughter, is this true because my sister said she was taking her meds and eating nutritionally? Is this true that she had a stroke? No,
I'm I'm not getting that either.
so it might have just been like a glitch with her, and the kids assumed it was a stroke.
Presents that way, but it's different.
Yeah. So, son in Burnaby, my son has felt shadow beings around him. Are they benevolent? Yes, but some of them are his actual shadows. So they can be pests. So I would ask his soul to take care of that.
And I just heard layer by layer.
Hmm. Oh, thank you. We're having fun.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
fun.
Is there something going on with myself, my youngest daughter, 27-year-old? Does she dislike me? From Shelley. I
Hmm.
get no. She doesn't really like herself very much right now.
That's usually the case.
Hmm.
I tell my kids that all the time. If they're treating you poorly, it's usually something inside themselves that they don't like.
Yeah. So Tracy says she was told that she was a warrior from Andromeda. Do you feel that I am? Feel you were from Andromeda? Were you a warrior there? I mean, maybe once or twice, but it feels like mostly you were somebody that was very learned. So a very educated version of an Andromedan. Oh, so Barbara's son had a bad accident and he's not walking right now, and that was on January 2nd. Is he gonna walk again? I get yes.
Mm-hmm. I picked that
Yeah.
up too.
So he needs to keep his muscles working. That's important. And like I said, we're not doctors, but we're giving you what we would do.
Mm-hmm. Energetic responses.
Yeah. Oh, so Tamara has a granddaughter that's just a year old, and she barely sleeps and she constantly wakes up with a rash and swelling on her face, and it's hot.
She going somewhere? What is
I
that?
don't know. I kind of feel like it's the laundry detergent.
Mm,
I wonder
she's
if there's
very
anything else
sensitive.
going
Very,
on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Feels like there's a couple different layers. Um, she may not be processing just everyday toxins very well.
no. Um, she really needs like organic cotton
Mm-hmm.
washed in like something very simple like vinegar and borax or something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And Epsom salt baths will help too, just
yeah.
calming the skin.
I would maybe, if you can, do some kind of castor oil thing for her. Yeah. So Mojo Mama has nose and throat pain. What is the treatment? So there's some kind of thing going on in your sinuses.
Is it the microbiome? Just all the different,
Yeah, but it also feels like maybe a mold.
okay, which would affect, yeah, how that
Yeah.
process is for sure.
So what do you recommend for sinuses? Because they're kind of sketchy getting medicine for
Sinuses,
them.
yeah, I mean, they're a direct correlation to small intestine, so digestive health, but also, you can do neti pot rinses to help clear out stuff that's stuck. And there's different options within that too. Um, maybe some probiotics or fulvic acid, not folic, but fulvic humic acid. Um, helps restore some of the microbiome because it kind of cleanses out the yucky stuck stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah. And
and
you can
maybe,
put, go ahead.
oh, sorry, and maybe just switching to all natural cleaning products too.
Mhm. So peroxide in the what is that called? The
Nebulizer?
little thing that creates steam.
Is it the nebulizer with the,
Yes, yeah.
yes.
If you put peroxide in the nebulizer and then you sniff that every day, that would probably help because it'll kill all that fungus in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fungus is a slow removal, but it can balance out.
Mm-hmm. So Ellie's stuff, her 5-year-old son has very short muscles due to autoimmune attacks. I feel like he needs extra protein. Um,
And amino acids specifically within that
yeah,
too, both. It's and breaking down the protein to get the amino acids and minerals too
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah, I would really work with his gut, make sure he has a happy tummy.
Hmm. Maybe the fascia maybe there's a fascia person who could work on fascia as well.
Yeah, that would be good. So Shannon has been trying to move and rent a house in Joshua Tree. Will this
Oh,
happen soon? I get no.
no, I
It feels like
kind
it's
of.
actually outside of Joshua Tree slightly.
Hmm. That's why I heard kind of. That makes sense.
Yeah. So look outside of the city. So I affected because we don't want to see what's in
Hmm.
front of us.
Hmm.
Um, there's other things that, are factors, but once you start to wear the glasses, then it's a kind of a step. You have to go steps in steps to heal the eyes because you basically have to retrain them because
Hmm.
glasses normally will make the eyes consistently worse. Now
Hmm.
my eyes haven't changed at all since I've been wearing glasses for years, but um
Mine got
they're
better.
yeah, mine were slightly better. They were shocked.
I'm
But
getting a little parasite residue. Sorry, I jumped in.
no, no, go for it. Um Basically it starts emotional and then it, turns into physical.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Sun gazing is brilliant for your eyes. There's
Yeah.
certain muscle exercises for the eyes called the Bates method. You can look that up.
There's a way to reset your ocular nerve too, just by putting your finger on your closed eyelid and then moving your eye in different directions to reset that nerve.
Mm,
So that can be helpful if you're just if struggling to focus or just they feel tired or things like that.
yeah,
There's a reflex point just on the eyelid itself.
that's beautiful. Okay, so maybe let's just answer one more because we've been on here an hour.
Oh, that went fast.
Yeah, it went really fast. What can I give my cat Jack to stop his chronic diarrhea and abdominal cramps?
Oh,
He really needs help with his gut.
yeah. Is it a different food? But also
Feels
maybe
like a
some
different food, but there's also worms, feels
yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. Some probiotics would also help, but yeah, there's probably some gentle ways to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Well, this was amazing. If
So
you didn't get
fun.
your question answered, which there's like a zillion of them in there, if you didn't get it answered, please show up the next time. I don't know if we'll be quite so random constantly, but we will probably notify you a little sooner next time. Okay. Anyway, this was a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.